Alright, it's already recorded. Alright, so is this your water, Miguel?
Yeah.
Alright, so big change from last week.
Yeah.
It's very good. So now you can see why I just tell people to lead collar. You know, it's in my opinion, the best approach, the most consistent approach in terms of what I know I can achieve. This is the neatest approach we didn't have. I didn't touch it all. And we'll probably end up going. We might go down actually, maybe that way today, just so we don't get the noise from this speaker here. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're doing really well. And how's that nervousness going?
She's much calmer.
Yeah.
At home and everywhere.
Yep.
I mean, we've had, the only time she's really barked is when she needed a walk.
Okay.
You know, and she alerts to sounds in the hallway, which I don't really mind.
Oh, sure, like,
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, yeah, for sure.
We haven't had anybody over to the house, so I don't know what would happen then.
Sure.
But yeah, she seems calmer.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Excellent, yeah. So that's why when I came, I think during the consultation, I was like, when we do stuff like this, the first thing I always do is just formal heel, my style, because the discipline itself can settle the dog. The nervousness is usually like stress, lack of structure. So I'm glad, like that's how we want it to work. It's not always like that. Very good. So what we'll do is, what is
We're competing with the juggler, which is a little much.
So we'll just go down that way, where there's the path to the west of the playground here. Okay. So don't worry about heel or anything. We'll just walk over there and then we'll pick up. Oh yeah. I actually saw you guys the other day.
Oh,
Yeah, because I go over by that Good Game store.
Oh, yeah.
I'm there on Wednesdays and stuff. So I saw you guys. Yeah. I've been going there for a year or so. I'm really good friends with like
Do you
Craig.
play games?
Yeah.
One of the guys in the back.
Yep, that's it. Me and my friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
So like Craig, Sarah, Chuck, we know all those guys.
Yeah, it's a great store. We've bought many games and puzzles.
Yeah. I know when they said when the whole quarantine was about to hit, they did pretty good for a bit because people were stocking up on things to do, but then of course they couldn't have the storefront open,
No.
so that did impact them unfortunately, but we've been going back now that they can have people in there again, support them and all that stuff. Yeah, this is much better. Good job of doing your homework.
We did. She had at least an hour every day.
Excellent. Pretty good. Get me paid and tell me to go back and forth. Get some distractions. All right. So, just to reiterate, in case we forget or anything like that, so because you had mentioned you walked without the collar,
Yes.
and she still did fairly well.
She did.
Right? It depends on the personality type. It's super rare where I will get the client that, of course, does the homework and they have the dog personality, or they're just like, what's the word, compliant?
Yeah.
You know, and then like they're like, yeah, we don't even use the e-collar anymore. The dog's really good.
No, I don't know why I didn't use it. Our dog walker doesn't really.
That's fine.
Trained to be
Yeah, and the dog walker not reinforcing Ruthie's training doesn't impact you. Okay, it'd be great, yeah, if it was on the same page, but it doesn't impact you.
Okay.
What Ruthie would learn is when I'm with the dog walker, I can get away with stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
If we did start to see it, just let me know. And I've worked with dog walkers.
I can let him. I can have him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the only person that she will let.
Yeah, if your dog walker is fine with using the e-collar, like let me know, because I have other clients, their dog walkers won't use the e-collar. So they're always they're always asking me for referrals, and I'm like, if it's a dog walker for a bigger company, chances are they don't. It's usually only like the small
Dave's
individuals.
He's really using, but then he's stuck with so good with their other dogs.
Sure. Excellent. Good. So what we'll do here is I'm going to have you just show me what you've been practicing, and then we'll move on to the next half of the heel, okay? All right. And what's her number been?
It goes up and down. Right now it's at 24.
Okay.
Sometimes it's been as high as
50? Oh wow.
But most, I mean, when I've done it,
Okay. Very good. Go to come to a stop. Good. We'll go to swap real quick so I can see you up with her. And she was the one other sister? Yeah. And has she done anything with Ruthie?
No, she's leaving for college.
Ah.
So we just get her out.
Gotcha.
But she's kind of a baby about college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she just won't do it.
That's funny.
She appreciates the benefits of it, but she'll not do it.
Yeah. Yep, you're good. You got some bikes coming. Okay. Yeah, I'm just concerned about that placement. Yeah, but this is really good.
So close, she gets like under.
Sure.
So excited to like be right there.
Yeah, very good. Excellent job.
Tap.
Yeah, very good. Very, very good. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to add in the cue of heel.
Okay.
Heel would then be the on switch, because this passage was whenever she passed you, she turned.
Yeah.
So there was no real formal,
Right.
let's go type of deal. So the heel command is going to now be that cue of now you have to do everything we taught you. So this part of the exercise is super simple. You're going to say heel first, and then you're going to move forward now with your left leg. Okay? So with Ruthie next to you, correct, right, Ruthie? Yeah. Ruthie. I got mixed up for a second. You're going to say heel. We're going to move forward with that left leg first, okay? So I think it's easiest to heel first, then leg, right? You're going to walk like you have been, come to a stop, and now what we're going to do is, we didn't cover Ruthie sitting down last time, right? Okay. What we're going to do is, once you come to a stop, it's probably going to be easiest if you move your leash and remote to your right hand, so it's crossing over you. Is you're going to lightly pull up on the leash, lightly press down on her butt, and tap the button to get Ruthie to sit.
Got it.
You're not going to say sit. Okay, so you're going to say heel, left leg, come to a stop, grab high by the collar, pull up, press down, tap until she sits. Good girl, relax. If she gets up, you're going to repeat, but we're not going to say sit verbally. Okay, so heel is a package of like smaller behaviors. So it's walk with me, stay with me, sit when I stop. Okay, so every time you come to a stop, if you were to say sit, then you would always have to say sit. So then it's heel, sit, and you're doing that, over and over again. And we want it to be automatic, and that's how we create that. Okay, so we're gonna have you do a few reps of that. Whenever you're ready.
Heel.
That's okay. Tap, tap, tap. Pull up, tap. Up and down. Yeah, up on the leash, down on the butt. Tap, 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 tap. Grab closer to the collar, like that. There you go. And ready. Good girl. Right? Okay. Try removing the remote from your neck.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there you go. And then, again, grab close to the collar, and then tap, tap. It's okay, bring her back. Tap, 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 tap. Almost. There she goes. And praise. Good girl. So, you guys know Luna, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same thing because they're both nervous dogs. Is that when you make them sit, it makes them want to move. After a few reps of this, it's going to be easy. Okay. Good. Tap and praise at a girl. Up, tap. She stood up.
So when she says over,
You go back.
Go
You
back
repeat.
again?
Yep. So shorten the leash. Yep. Tap and praise. Good girl.
good girl. Good girl.
Now heel.
Heel.
Good. Good. We're gonna do 3 more, okay? And a girl.
Heel.
Good. 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 Let's try 2 more. Very good. One, tap, tap. Very good. Good. So now what we're going to do is I can see it getting easier
Yeah.
with each one. The first one's hard because she's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
The second one's a little bit less harder and then progressively better and better. Okay. So because she's a nervous dog, remember, we can't make her unnervous, but we can teach her how to think through nervousness better. Okay. So, yep. Yep. Very good. So whenever you come to a stop, what we're teaching here is Ruthie just automatically puts that butt down. As long as you're stationary, that's what she's supposed to do. So, so then to teach that is whenever she gets up, you're simply reinforcing, and she's thinking every time we stop, this happens. But when I do this, it goes away. If I stay like this, nothing happens. Okay. If you were to say sit, then you have to constantly be saying the word sit.
I get that.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to see if Ruthie will respond to only a little bit of leash pressure and the tapping to go sit, go into sit position. Okay. So you're going to say the same thing. You're going to say heel, left leg. When you come to a stop, you're lightly going to move up and you're going to start tapping. If she sits, be relaxed. Good girl. Wait a moment. Heel. If she doesn't, we're going to start playing with that number. Tap, 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 tap. Light pressure up. Tap.
He called me like
Tap.
right when
What's your number? Tap. 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 32. Right, wait. Tap. 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 34. Yep. 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 You're gonna very light pressure on the butt. Yep. There you go. Good. Okay. So we're gonna see if very lightly we're gonna remove the hand and use more power so that it becomes just tap. Okay. Whenever you're ready. Good. There you go. Good. more. Excellent. This last one, when you come to a stop, don't do the pull. We're gonna see if she does it. If she does it, we're gonna tap first to see if she responds to the tap without the pull. Okay? Tap. Light pull. Tap. Good. Good. She's almost there. Let's try, we're at 30. Let's go back down to 28. And we'll try 3 more. Then we'll swap. Yeah, we're gonna flip it to see if she'll respond to the tap first. Okay? Good. Atta girl.
Heel.
There we go. Oh, yep. 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 Light pool tap. Tap. 32. Yep. Yep. 35. Yep. Yep. There it is. Very good. Okay, and break. Good. Let's bring her over. Swap handlers. So right there, either she went under stress or whatever, and she wasn't processing the remote as easily as she was earlier. So then we just play with the number until we get the response that we're looking for. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back down. You're at 35 or something, right? We'll go back down to the 28. Actually, when you heel left leg.
Heel.
Right. Walk. Good. There you go. Now here, if by the way, if she sits by herself, we don't do anything. Yeah. So we don't. She can punch. Okay. Good.
I'll be ready. We're gonna go right here.
Good.
Good girl. Good girl.
Relax your arm. Good.
February 29th.
Good. That arm down. There you go.
No, it's 29.
Good girl. I had yeah. She went right down when I did.
Let's try 2 more. Heel.
Heel. You're saying heel now. Yeah, I forgot.
Good. Tap. 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 There we go. Good. Good. We're not going to worry that she's spaced out. So I think she really felt that one.
Yeah.
You see how much she moved?
I did.
Okay. So good. So now we got, for the most part, auto sit. Okay. So every time when you issue heel, it's a package, of course. So every time you come to a stop, she should put that butt down. If she doesn't, we likely pull up and increase the number if needed to get them to put that butt down. And then we just wait. If she gets up, we start tapping, pull up if needed, to reinforce that stationary position. Okay? So when you're not moving, she's not moving. When you're moving, she's moving. Okay, she's like your shadow. Questions about that so far?
No, that's great.
So,
I did it so many times.
I know. And then you guys walk here, right?
Yeah.
So
we walked her. You know, we trained her when we were walking her through.
good.
So,
Yeah. it's people tend to use it like as little as possible. Every walk is in heel, unless the dog is on their own time. They're on my hip. So, and for a girl, for a dog like her, with the nervousness and stuff, it's better for her to practice more structure.
We've noticed that when we were at the lake, it's a place where she's kind of anxious because it's a familiar space and there's unfamiliar people. When we took her out to train, we came back, all the behavioral issues that we saw were gone, and she seemed calmer. And I was thinking, we've never provided her with any kind of rules for how she should behave here, so it's unsurprising that she acts like that.
Yeah, so it's the stress comes from the lack of knowing what to do. So it's like the first job I ever had, I didn't know what to do. So you're like nervous, you're anxious, like what's my role here? But then after a couple of weeks, like you get into the groove and the rhythm of like, okay, come in, turn my computer on, you know, this and that. It's the same thing for the dog. You know, is that it helps settle them to have direction. They want to know what they're supposed to do. Okay, so good. Very glad to hear that. So, questions about any of this stuff so far? So now what we want to work on are turns aside from the pivot, because that's what we've been doing to correct Ruthie, of course, with the bypass. So there's two turns that are important to learn. One, which is the crossover turn, which is where we're crossing over Ruthie, so you're turning left. And the other is actually the turn that you've been doing, which is that 180 pivot, but there's a bit more nuance to it, okay? So we'll start with the left turns, because that's harder for people. Is with a crossover turn, because you're going to be turning into Ruthie, you want to lead it with your right leg, and we cut at a 90-degree angle, okay? So if we use the sidewalk as our guide here, and I hug to the right, I can time it so my right leg lands right on this crack here.
Okay.
So it's a very sharp 90-degree cut, then my left leg, and we're going to cut it again, so now we're going the opposite.
Okay.
So if you're on a regular sidewalk, you would stay within you would stay within the space of the sidewalk, just like that. So I just like to use it as a guide in the beginning for people to get used to it. So it's very rigid. Once you know the turn, it's just a normal turn. You don't have to be as pronounced with the leg movement.
Yeah.
It's just getting that in your muscle memory. Exactly. So before we stop and turn, do we remember what we want to do? Correct, right? So if you're going at a normal pace, you would slow down. So that Ruth goes, what are we doing? And then it'd be right, left, right, like this. Okay. When we do the pivots, if Ruthie is passing you, you would always or will always do the turn and turn. Okay. However, if Ruthie is paying attention and you have to go turn around, but you don't have the space to go this way, you would then use this turn. Okay. So we would be walking. Slow down, and what we're going to do is we're going to extend the left leg, step back on the right leg, and then forward the left leg. Now we're going the opposite way. Okay? So it's left, right, left. So it's the opposite. The first one is right, left, right. This one is going to be left, right, left. Okay?
Yeah,
so
you're going to struggle with this, I just know that.
We'll do it a turn at a time, okay? So when you're doing this initial step, I do like drag it for like a half second to give her time, and you'll see her curving around. So by the time I'm here, we're lined up together. Correct. Now, if Ruthie is again pulling ahead, you don't worry about this movement. Just turn and tap. Okay. So we're gonna start over with the crossover turns first. We're gonna chew that heel word, and then again it's gonna be right, left, right. Okay. Step forward, step forward, step.
I know you're tired. Okay, ready? Let's go.
So you're gonna hug to the right side.
Would I go?
The other way.
That goes that way.
You're gonna go, because you're hugging on the right side.
Oh, across the left.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Crossing over.
Got it.
Almost. You cut in with your left leg.
Okay.
You want to cut in with your right leg.
I did the same thing wrong.
Close. It was close.
Sorry, am I trying?
Sharp. So look at the crack, right? So right, left,
Got it.
right.
cross with the right.
Like that, there you go.
Left. Okay.
So in that third step, you should already be going the opposite way. Right, left, right. There you go.
Got it. Okay.
Right, left, right.
Got it. Okay. Just adding an extra step.
There you go. Now let's go to the slow stop here. So those were good steps. Okay. And you, what did you say?
I didn't slow down.
Exactly, right? So the purpose of these movements, one, if you, let's say you're walking with Ruthie, she's here. If you just turn left, you're gonna punt her. You're gonna send her off,
She's
right?
been punted a few times. I feel really bad.
Yes. So that right leg gives her time to see it, that she'll naturally start to pivot with you.
Got it.
And you noted, I'm not slowing down. So that's why even though you're turning correctly, you were still using a bit of like leg
Yeah. To turn
bumper.
her. Yeah.
Now, in some cases, you may have to. So if you do turn and she's not paying attention, I power through it.
Yeah.
Because then you're not tapping her, but your legs
You're showing her.
are pushing her, and she goes, holy crap. So then she's like, I better pay attention, otherwise I get legs in the face, right? So we're gonna do another batch, and I'm gonna have you do a fairly brisk pace, so that when you slow down, it's pretty noticeable, and then just time it to the left, the left turn with that right leg. When you slow down, take as many steps as you need before you move into that turn, okay? Okay?
Heel.
There you go. Good. Yep. There you go. Good. 3 more.
That was like not as good.
Oh yeah. There, see, nice. Yep. Good. Let's try one more.
We're doing like awkward.
Yeah, now slow to stop there. That awkwardness, do you know why that was awkward?
I didn't slow down enough.
You didn't slow down.
My feet were like all over the place.
You went straight into it, right?
Yeah.
So
Slow down.
I tell this, and like in other videos, you'll always like hear me say, "Did that feel awkward?" And the owner's like, "Yes," and I'm like, "Because you didn't slow down, so you have to compensate, right?" So whenever it does feel awkward, you're already there. I just tell people commit, right? But it's a note to yourself of, "Oh, I need to make sure I slow down, otherwise it's all jumbled up." Okay. Now, right now we're in a training session, so both you and Ruthie are more kind of attentive. On a regular walk, it gets a bit more difficult because now you have to plan your turns and stuff. Exactly. Okay. So we're gonna try one more of the crossover, and then after that, we're gonna move to the pivot. Okay. Questions?
No, just got slow down.
Whenever you're ready.
You're like, hey, let's go.
Crossover. Crossover. Now that was her fault.
Yeah, she was.
She wasn't being mindful, but she saw that leg and she stopped because she knew what was going to come next. One more. Good. And slow to stop. Excellent. Very good. So now we're into the pivot. Okay, so now you're going to the immediate right. So it's left, right. Okay. Yep, there you go.
Wait, you should have asked him
There you go. There you go. Very good. Good. Excellent. A couple more. There you go. Good. Excellent. Slow to stop. Good. And we'll scoot down just a little bit. Questions about that?
Nope, that was much easier.
Right?
She have to tap. You have to tap my leg.
Not for there? Yeah. So, for heel, if Ruthie is paying attention and your communication is correct, there should be no tapping. Okay? So the tapping is to reinforce that Ruthie be mindful, but then it's your responsibility to communicate to her, we're turning this way, we're turning that way, okay? And we do that through body language. So everybody's like, why is a dog like, why is it this fast? And I go, because this is how dogs communicate. Like, dogs are masters of body language. And physical touch is how they communicate with each other with nipping and biting and stuff like that. So when you know how to do it correctly, it's a very quick process, okay? So now what we're gonna do before we switch off is I'm gonna have you do all that stuff, but you're gonna change it up. You're going to go fast, slow, stop, left turns, pivots, randomly. You pick and choose what you're gonna do.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Okay?
I might let these bikes go first.
You just beat my mom.
Ready? Heel.
Good turn. Good pivot. Hello? Good pivot. And then turn, crossover. I got you. Good. So stop. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to shout stuff to you randomly, and you're going to do it as quickly as you can, but you take the time to make sure that you do it correctly, okay? Heel. Crossover. Good. Pivot. Good. Pivot again. Good. Go ahead and speed up. Crossover. Crossover again. Pivot. Good. Go speed up. Pivot. Good. Crossover. Good. Pivot. 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 And stop. Is there any tapping there? So even though it was just randomness, right, and pretty short notice, as long as those that communication is correct. Yes. Okay. So, questions about this so far? Ready?
Some all women wants to go to
Hey, Boris, Steven! Hey, Boris! I have an idea. I don't know if my
You got it, Mom. You can do it.
All right.
Hold the leash or hold it in your okay.
So we're gonna start with those crossovers, okay, Susan? Those will be the left turns, the right leg. Right, left, right. You got it. Relax that arm. There you go. Very good.
Oh, that dude.
Very good.
The boyfriend.
A few more.
Oh, he's You're the only
Left,
one that's
right. You got it. Good.
I get you,
More.
Rebecca, but no back and forth. Okay, his body, yeah.
And slow to stop. Good. So your movements were all correct. What I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you do another batch of left turns, but I'm going to have you make that initial right leg more pronounced. Okay? You're doing more of a rounded right, so that like
this?
it was softer, yeah. So you're more like this, and we want to be more like this. So you're crossing right over her, exactly with that right leg. Okay, we'll try 5 more. Good. Yeah, keep forward, keep forward. There you go. Right.
She's like a ballet lady. Cut it 90 degrees.
Got 90 degrees. There you go. That was a good one. Right, left, right. 2 more. Right, left, right. 1 more. Right, left, right. And slow to stop. Good. So we really got to work on that slowing. Yeah. Now she's doing it now because again we're training. She's able to pay that much more attention. Yep. Very good. So now we're gonna try the pivots. Okay. So the pivots are to the immediate right. So that's gonna be the left, right, left, going the opposite way. Okay.
It's funny.
That was a crossover.
Left foot. Left foot. Left, like you're doing a ball change.
Right, left. And remember to slow down. Right, relax that arm. Left. Go ahead and slow to stop. So you're doing a rounded left.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you call it?
Like a ballerina lady. That's what I said. I don't remember.
Ball change.
Ball change. Ball change.
I had a client, I guess they were a dancer, and they said it was called a rock step. I'm not sure if that means anything.
Not to me.
But I guess you're like rocking back, left, right.
Yeah, it's like a rock.
So you're extending that left leg. So try this. Go forward like this with your left leg. Now back on your right. And like that. There you go.
Use it kind of like it's like momentum to get you around.
Okay. Good girl.
Heel.
Good.
Got it.
I don't know. This it feels
Here, I'll do it with you. I'll do it with you. Just keep going.
There you go. Teamwork. Right.
Oh,
There you go.
I got
There you go.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
I think I got it.
Let's give you this that you got going there.
Ready?
okay. So you go.
Right. Left. There you go. It's like synchronized dog training.
Forward, backward, other way.
Other way. Inward.
Okay, you got it.
Okay. Here we go, Ruthie. Here we go.
Turn over your right shoulder.
There you go. Oh, that was a nice, very fancy one. That was a catwalk for her right there. Left, right, left.
You got it. I'm just a klutz. Like, it's not her, it's
You're
me.
close though. You're close.
Big step forward, big step back, turn. Big,
Left,
back,
right,
there
left.
it is.
There you go. Relax your arm. Right, left. There you go. Nice. Try a few more, okay? Right, left. Nice. 2 more. That's a crossover, okay? Right, left. Excellent. 1 more. Right, left. Excellent. Slow stop. Much better. It's because now you have to think about it. Now you have to like plan because it's communication. If it didn't mean anything, I wouldn't stress it. But I know once you're walking with Ruthie, realistically speaking, if your cues aren't correct, you're gonna be stumbling. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing, except I'm gonna have you use everything interchangeably. So that's where things get a little more confusing. Okay, so whenever you're ready, okay. Tap forward, tap forward, tap forward. You got it.
She's just never returned.
Walks back home. Good crossover. Good crossover. That was correct. You got a couple of bikes coming behind you. Good. Right.
That's gonna turn over your right
That's okay.
shoulder. Right shoulder.
You had your legs correct. The legs were correct. You did have the correct legs. So that was good. Right, left. There you go. Look at that. That's round and left.
Oh, mamacita.
Relax. You get the fine. Relax. Good. Try it again. Right, left. There you go. You got it. If that's the hard one for you, I'd drill it out.
Right.
Right. Almost.
Almost. Yeah. Not quite.
You had it correct though. You should swing the other way. Swing away from Ruthie. There you go. You got it. Right, left. There you go. You got it. Relax your arm. Right, left. Good.
Of course, I got clever one thing.
Good.
But are you able to sit outside?
Good. There you go. Yep. Let's try a couple of crossovers and then we'll try the pivot again. Right, left, right. Good. Relax your arm. Right, left, right. Now you're going to try the pivot again. There you go. You'll be a pivoting pro.
You can go on Broadway now.
There you go. Good. We're going to stop. Excellent.
Good girl.
You want to tell her break?
Break.
Okay, we'll break. Wait, just a little bit. Oh. Thank you. Oh, really? Chew on plastic?
Gloves, plastic, paper, anything that's on the ground.
You have your water break? All right. That's heel. Okay. That whole, what we did last week and what we did today is heel. Okay, so last week we focused on teaching Ruthie to pay attention to the handler. A couple of minor things on your part, like the slowing down aspect. Now today was more so stressing your responsibility with the heel, which is communication. Okay, so now technically if you walk out with Ruthie, if you don't say anything, she can do whatever she wants. The moment you see the word heel, then we expect this, and then it's her responsibility to pay attention. It's our responsibility to make sure she is paying attention. Okay. What I suggest in this phase, while you're learning everything, is cue the word. Before you start your walk, potty break, get that out the way. Do 5 heels to stops, right heel, left leg. Then do 5 heels to crossovers. Then 5 heel to pivots. So you only cover like so much space, right? Because you're just practicing. And then it's, okay, now let's go for our walk. Because you're trying to get it in your muscle memory, okay? Now, when you go for your walk, imperative that you do remember to slow down, of course. And now you have to start thinking about, oh, we're gonna turn left at the stop sign. So when you slow down, you can slow down as long as you need to, as much as you want. You can time that right leg to turn over to make it as smooth as possible, okay? So if you're making a soft left, you simply turn with your right, and then you just keep going, right? If you're making a soft right, then you swing out the left like you were, and then you continue the opposite way, okay? The reason why I teach both ways of making that kind of U-turn is sometimes you won't have the space to turn left, but you'll need to go back, so it's just that immediate right. If Ruthie is not getting it, or it feels awkward, or you feel like you have to compensate, like a lot of my clients, the dog will be a little ahead, so they're like running around the dog to turn left. It's very awkward. And I'll tell them, you shouldn't have to do that. That's telling you that you need to correct your dog to make them line up to the left leg. Okay? Questions? You might see her pop up, then I just keep tapping until she sits back down again. Yeah, it happens. No, it happens. Eventually she will learn that the tap just meant to put her butt down and nothing. Like there was actually one where there was a tap and she had already sat and she just like stayed still. Okay. Other questions? What?
You're also on like
Remember the first time we met?
I've actually never seen a stranger do that before, ever.
Well, the way I approach, like I crouch down, and then, yeah. So, very good progress. For the next class, if you want to get a long leash, about a 30-foot is the perfect length. You go on Amazon for $8 to $12. It's like a regular leash, but 30 feet. To the
Not a
recall.
retractable.
Not a retractable, yeah. You want a regular long leash. You might actually be able to borrow one from, you guys know Melissa with Nash, or Paige and Shadow? They may have a long 30-foot that you can borrow.
So is that for like common things like
Recall,
that?
yeah.
Okay, we are so looking forward to the recall thing. That's everything.
Yeah, so that's typically 2 classes as well. You know, there's the first half and the second half. And then after that, we'll start to play it by ear for the other stuff. Okay? Excellent work. Great progress.
You know, in terms of like barking, is there a thing to do that will make her stop doing that?
Where's the barking?
In the house, you
When-
know, around strangers.
Coming in?
Yeah, like put her in her crate.
Okay.
Bring her out.
What you can do is shoot me an email. You should have my contact info.
I took all the videos.
Okay, shoot me a video. Shoot me an email. I'm gonna send you a video to watch. Okay, and then you would set up a Zoom session.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
The video will help you learn the exercise, and then the Zoom is for me to tie up any loose ends. And then, ideally, if we can have someone come in, like half an hour later in the Zoom, so that they can knock.
Yeah, we could get it linked.
Yeah. And then you can practice the exercise. That's one approach, and then I'll also go over like other means of addressing behaviors that aren't solely reliant on the collar. Okay.
All right. Good enough.
Anything else?
That's it.
And you can plan that Zoom whenever you're ready.
All right.
So just shoot me that email so I can send you that video.
Yeah.
As soon as you watch that video, then you're ready for that Zoom session. Okay. You don't have to wait a week or anything for that.
She always gets her.
Oh really?
She gets really sad.
Yeah, she loves Ruthie.
She was that she really like goes to her too fast. Like my other cousin like ignored her and she was like her. And
Gotcha.
she just always
Yeah, it's too much forward energy. Yeah. Okay. For sure.
All right.
Right.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.